Hi. Greg Reitz live. EXP Realty Fresno, California, the Reitz team in our office here in Fresno. We just want to say thank you for chiming on in. Grab your pen, your paper, your coffee, your water, your drink. Take some notes. Another value packed 10 minutes with the Greg Reitz Life, your real estate agent and coach in the United States, the greater Fresno, California area. I've got some great stuff today. This is going to help all the agents and brokers, new agents coming in, medial agents, and high producing agents, even produce at a higher level, or remind you, if you're already working these systems, what to do in a tight real estate inventory. Okay, guys, grab it. Let's go. Greg Wright's live. Thanks for chiming in. 10 minutes. Today's podcast: real estate listing inventory is low and how to succeed in a tight market. That's it. It's ticking across the bottom there. How do you succeed in a tight market? How do you prosper? How do you come out ahead? How do you help others? It's a win-win-win. You learn, you grow, and you win-win-win. Here's how to do it, guys. Let's go. Okay. How we succeed in a low inventory homes and actually prosper in it is like this. There's going to be about 8 points that I'm going to share with you. 8 points. Get them ready, guys. A, make a strong business plan that will weather the storm. A strong business plan that will weather the storm. Focused on the highest yield results in your business and stay to your daily schedule. Focus on the highest yield results. I'm going to share those in a moment. And stick to your daily schedule. Be consistent. Call and prospect. Sphere of influence, past clients, lead generation, website sources, for sell by owners, expireds, and more. Stay consistent with the process. Now that's an overview. Let's get into each point specifically as I just stated. B, circle prospect. Circle prospect means pick a listing from your brokerage, your company, or your listing in an area. Take that circle prospect around that listing, that home, and call all of the owners. You can use the Reitz, you can use Vulcan, you can use Mojo. They're inexpensive and they're out there. I spend about $300 a month for Reitz, and it works amazing. You do have to make the call. It is energy, it is work ethic, but it's not hard. It's a simple script. You're here to help people. When you're circles prospecting around an area, sellers want to know what the market is doing and what the home value is worth. Give them the information. Take the couple minutes it takes and give them that information. Again, use Reitz, Vulcan, Mojo. They're inexpensive, anywhere from $125 to $300 a month, and it'll reward yourself well. You'll get better on the phone. Do it a couple hours a day and watch the listings come in. Know your scripts. There are scripts on those systems to use. Very easy to learn. This is not hard. It's not brain science. Give answers to the information that those buyers want when you're circle prospecting. Circle prospect. C, call old and new expireds. Call old and new expireds. So you can have some expired listings. Those are sellers that wanted to sell and they didn't sell the first time around. Older ones are, anywhere from, let's say, 6 months to 18 months old. Call newer or older expired listings. Those are low-hanging fruit. Sellers that told an agent and a broker, I want to sell, and they didn't sell. Maybe it wasn't marketed right. Maybe the price was too high. Maybe it was in a different market. However, it didn't sell. This is low-hanging fruit. Call those sellers and tell them the equity that they have in their home approximately and what you can do to get that home sold by listing and selling with you. Remember, there are sellers that wanted to sell and they didn't sell. Show them the value of hiring you and how you can get the job done. Again, the scripts are on the systems: Mojo, Reitz, Vulcan, or online, MikeFerry.com. Next one, after you call old and new expireds. D, contact past clients, sphere of influence. Past clients are clients that you sold property with. We have hundreds and hundreds of past clients that we've sold properties for over the last 16 years in our database. It is awesome to have that database like we have, and we go in there a lot and we make phone calls. Okay, so you want to call those Sphere of influence of past clients. Your past clients, again, are the ones you've already closed transactions with, whether you're a buyer or a seller, okay? And your sphere of influence is the people that is in your sphere of influence, just like it says. Maybe it's your title and escrow company, your lenders, could be your church, could be people in the office, could be a restaurateur that you frequent, could be your coffee house, could be your solar representative, could be anything that you can think of that's your sphere of influence, and ask them for business. You should ask every person from your sphere of influence for at least one piece of business a year, to close one piece of real estate business per year in order to do business with you. You give to them, they should give back. Call them, the sphere of influence, and your past clients. This is a great source for referral business and repeat business. They trust you. It's not a cold call. It's a warm call because they already trust you. Okay, guys? Ask for the business. Call each one at least once every 3 to 4 months for best results. Know your basic script for that. That's awesome. Again, call your past clients for influence. That's number 4. 5E, call and prospect for sell-by owners. For sell-by owners, FSBOs, FSBO, FSBOs for sell-by owner. That's the second best low-hanging fruit in a seller's market inventory to find a listing. You want to call there for sell-by owners. Tell them they will net more money with you. The main reason, right, sellers for sell-by owners don't want to list with an agent and a broker, no matter how powerful we are, is because they don't want to what? They don't want to pay the commission. Correct. They don't want to pay the commission. Explain to them, show them on paper too, why they can net more money with you. Show them how you're going to do that and the value of hiring you and how they'll net more money. Okay. There's also scripts on the system for that. That's very powerful. I get quite a bit of for sell by owners. They work very well. I call it not for sell by owner. I call it the fastest sorts of business opportunity. FSBO, the fastest sorts of business opportunity for sell by owner. Fastest sorts of business opportunity. Call them, guys. Call them. They need your help. They're going to net more money. You've got the marketing. You've got the tools. You've got 90% of the sales. About 92% of the sales for sell by owner come from a listing broker, because 92% of those sales from those for sell by owners come from a broker that has a pre-approved buyer. You're going to get them that access to that through your portal as a powerful listing agent for sell by owners. Go get them, guys. Number 5. Okay, number 6, actually. Use social media for business. Guys, if you're not on social media, realize this: 51% and more of adults are on social media. If you had 200,000 adults in the United States, 51%, over 100,000, are on social media. Brand yourself on social media: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, you name it, do it. It's huge, guys. So use social media for branding and to create leads. Market properties on there. Brand yourself. Get some leads from it. There's sources that are inexpensive that you can go on and buy inexpensive lead packages for that. Those are for buyers, and you will get listings from it. And in a tight listing inventory, you want to stick more towards the listing side. So if you're going to do any purchasing of any leads, make sure you review and check referrals and reviews on a system. Make sure it's an inexpensive listing lead generation system to buy any listing leads, and do your research. There's a lot of scams out there and a lot of stuff taking your money. That's why I don't really push to do advertising lead generation for listings, but use social media for branding out there and call the people that you know on the media. Okay, guys? Number 7, circle prospect when you have a buyer in an area of homes that closely matches the buyer's criteria. What does that mean? You have a buyer and you can't find a home. How many times does that happen to the agents? Happens to me every once in a while. I have a buyer and I can't find a home. It's been happening more with a tight listing inventory. And what I'm going to say about that is, get the criteria from your buyer, make sure they're pre-approved, and let's go to work. Here's what you do. This is worth $1,000 right here. Listen to this one. Take that buyer and that criteria, an approximate criteria, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet. I want to be in this area of town. Perfect. Go on to your REDX, your Vulcan, or your Mojo. Go around that listing. So you're going to type that address in, and on the REDX, you'll type that address in, and all these property addresses and homes will come up with the criteria. Take the criteria that matches about approximate match. Don't be too strict for your buyer and start calling those sellers. See, on those systems, you're going to have the criteria, you're going to have the address, you're going to have the name of the seller, and you're going to have the phone numbers, the cell phone numbers. Unbelievable. Start calling them. Say, hey, Mr. Seller, I have a buyer. I have a qualified buyer ready to buy in what's in your area, and the listing market is tight right now. Would you consider selling your home? You would, wouldn't you? Great. Do you have a price you'd like to get for it? I have a buyer that'd like to see it. When can we come by? Very simple. Again, script. Mr. Seller, I have a qualified buyer that wants to buy in your area with your approximate criteria that you have on your home. I'd like to bring a buyer by. If you'd like to sell it, when is a good time to come by it? 3 or 5. If you'd like to sell your home, it's a very simple script. Tailor make it any way you want. You're just trying to help that seller, that potential seller, and your buyer. Call a few of those, and you'll get a seller and a buyer together. And even if it doesn't work for your buyer, you're probably going to get a listing. It's a no-brainer. Go get it. Circle prospect for your buyers. Okay. Last but not least, this market has opportunity, and the Reitz real estate team and Greg Reitz understands how to work in this market and every market. I've been through all the market cycles, up and down and in between. Right now, it's a seller's market. It's a low inventory, and I just gave you the process and how to work on a low inventory market. Let me give you the headers of each area. Okay, this is how to work the real estate market when it's a tight inventory and be successful and prosperous at it. Number 1, make a strong business plan. We went over that. Number 2, circle prospect around a listing for sellers to get listings. Number 3, called old and new expired listings. Number 4, contact your clients, your past clients, as sphere of influence. Ask them for business. Number 6, call prospect for sell by owners. Fastest source of business opportunity to get listings. Low-hanging fruit, expired and for sell by owners. Use social media for branding and get leads from those. Circle prospect when you have a buyer to find the correct approximate criteria for that buyer around an area that they want to find them the home. That way you get a listing and a buyer. It's a win-win situation, guys. I know this must help. Call me anytime. Greg Reitz, Reitz Real Estate Team, EXP, Fresno, California, and surrounding area in Central Valley of California. 559-260-1777. 559-260-1777. I am serious about my real estate. I love building my real estate team in our office here, and I love coaching and helping agents. Want to bring value and professionalism to this industry. Thank you. Have a great day. Call anytime. Bye now.